All right, Steve, we've made the drive up from Madison County this morning. Why are we here?
We are here searching for the grave of Neely Tweed and possibly Noah Shelton, who died in 1862 after mustering into the Union Army with the 1st Tennessee Cavalry.
So Neely Tweed is a little bit infamous. He was involved with a shooting in Madison County, and that's how he ended up here. Tell me what the deal was.
Neely, his family had come to Madison County about 1820, and he grew up and became a clerk of Superior Court in Madison County, as well as a justice of peace. And on election day of May of 1861, people in Madison County had to go all the way to Marshall to vote. And upon arriving in Marshall, things got a little heated. Sheriff Merrill did not care for the Unionist sympathizers and had a few things to say, calling them a bunch of damn black Republicans, etc. And Neely's teenage son, Elisha, said, "How about 3 cheers for George Washington and the Union?"
So that kind of got the party started.
Oh yeah, and so Sheriff Merrill didn't care for that, drew his pistol and shot young Elisha Tweed through the shoulder, and they thought it was a mortal wound. Sheriff Merrill took off and ran into a nearby house, although I don't know which house it was, and hollered from a window and said that if anybody wanted to come get him, come on. And Neely accepted the challenge, and the way I understand it, Neely charged up the stairs and gut shot him with a shotgun. The odd thing is, from what I understand, Merrill and Neely were once friends.
Wow, really? I hadn't heard that part of the story. Wow.
Yep.
So tell me where we are today, and what are we doing here?
We are at Farley Cemetery in Flat Lick, Kentucky, and the reason we're here is looking for Neely's grave. According to W.R. Carter, who was a soldier with the 1st Cavalry of Tennessee, Camp Garber was 1 mile northwest of Flat Lick, and looking at maps of old Flat Lick and cemeteries, this one fits the bill of where the camp and where Neely would be buried, because obviously he would have been buried close to the camp after dying of yellow fever on May 21st, 1862, I believe it was.
Why is it important to you to find the grave of Neely?
Well, not just from a historical standpoint, but also, although I don't directly descend from Neely, I descend from his brother Thomas. I think it's important to, offer some form of closure for a rough time in both American and Appalachian history, and the division. Bring something to an end, and some type of closure, because Neely's family, including his wife, are buried about 140 miles from here. So, bring that to a straight line, point A to point B.
The family would like to know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Close the circle.
Yeah, absolutely.
From finding a grave, we found 2 stones here that were marked as unknown who was buried there. Ineligible, which means there's some writing on them, and we're hoping to decipher maybe initials or some kind of indication that would give us proof that Neely Tweed was buried here. How are you feeling right now?
I'm just glad to be out with my friend, mentor. You've supported me from day one, and so I'm just looking forward to maybe bringing this to an end. If not, it's a good day out, having a cup of coffee and enjoying the ride with my friend.
Absolutely. Let's go see.
All right, awesome.
So these are the 2 stones that we have identified as the ones listed on Finding a Grave.
Every stone in this cemetery is marked, regardless of how old it is, except these 2. And they are buried side by side. Now,
All right, Steve, so we didn't think there was anything, and then what did we do?
Okay, so we pulled the slab up, which we will replace properly, and we poured water on it to add some definition, contrast to the stone. And what I found was an S, and looks like part of an N, maybe, possibly, but that is definitely an S. There's part of an N, maybe. And then there's 1862 right there, plain as day. Scratched in obviously with a nail. This is inconclusive, but given everything that we know, I'm going to go way out on a limb and say that there's a possibility that this is the grave of Noah Shelton.
Noah Shelton. And according to...
he died on May 18th of 1862 here at Flat Lick, Kentucky at Camp Garber. Could this be where Camp Garber was at and the stones would have been put here? I think there's a high likelihood. I like the bet of it. Right here's some kind of writing. I'm going to waste all our water.
That's okay. So the way these stones would have been done was literally somebody with a iron nail, maybe a horseshoe nail or something, would have scratched in the names. You know, he might not even known the right way to spell them. Sure wouldn't have known birth dates. I don't see a date on this one like I did on the other one.
Although it says 1862.
Yep.
And let me ask this question for doubting Thomases, as it were. How many people do you know of with the name Neely? He was named after his mother's maiden name.
Yeah.
From Ireland.
Is it 100% proof? No. But it sure seems like it could be.
Did you bring a shovel? Something I would also like to show is that although these are rough stones, and I will show the crowd, if you notice the cut of the stone, the angle, same angle, same cutter, same guy made these two stones.
Yep.
Same person made these, without doubt.
So it speaks to, you know, it certainly adds evidence that, you know, it could be both those boys that died so nearly together.
Yep.
It also, you know, I mean, to be a Doubting Thomas, it could be a husband, wife.
Yes.
Brother, sister.
Absolutely.
I don't know, but I'm much more encouraged than when we first got here.
Yeah, when we came, you know, I didn't get my hopes up too high, but I liked the lay of the area because I did know this was on a hill for sure. And also the distance, as W.R. Carter wrote, it fits the area.
We've got down, we've looked at it from every angle, we've gotten dirty, we've laid down in the dirt, got it wet, pulled it up, looked at it, carefully put it back how we found it. Our next step, I think, is to do a little bit more research. Take back the pictures and the aerial and the footage that we have.
Right.
And see if we can come to a definitive conclusion.
Okay.
That this indeed is the grave of Neely Tweed.